Welcome to the Center for Creative Living. I'm so glad to have you all here. It's a beautiful morning. Wherever you are, wherever you live, I hope it's beautiful there too. And this is a day that I'm going to be talking about how to, let me read what I said. What did I call it? Release negative thoughts. Because there's so many people that have been thinking negative thoughts lately. There's a lot of negative thoughts going on, but don't dwell on them. Think about them and then release them, unless you have something to do to help change them. If you don't have anything to help change them, don't keep worrying about it, because that makes you feel more negative and more negative, and pretty soon you get to be one of the negative talkers. And so don't do that to yourself, and don't do it to the world. You can honor what's going on by talking about it to your partner, but don't go talking about to the whole world, because what happens is then you start producing more negativity. And it's not something you don't have to do. You can appreciate what's going on. You can evaluate it. You can look at it yourself, but you don't have to keep telling everybody everything negative that's happening in the world. So I wrote this Release Negative Thoughts, so we'll talk about it today, so you can get a feeling of what you can do about changing your negative thoughts. Now, before we do that, we want to bring on our wonderful Reverend Janet Childs. Reverend Janet, how are you this morning?
Doing okay, a little bit of a cold symptoms, so I didn't want to come and infect anybody, especially
Okay.
our Dottie and our Corky.
Thank
Well,
you.
So,
thank you.
yeah. And I just want to say, as I light the candle for all of us, I just heard from Reverend Corey that there have been National Guards deployed to Los Angeles for a protest that is happening. And so I'm just wanting to send peace, protection, and healing. And just as Dottie said so beautifully, this is an incredible time and place for us to send that positive, protective, and healing energy.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
And I also want to send some special healing energy to our Lauren and to our minister Lauren and to many other folks that are dealing with a lot right now. So let's just send a blanket of healing energy.
Right.
So I would just like to invite us also, as I light this candle, and you see I've got a purple candle for us today. Can you see it?
Hey,
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great. Thank
what
you.
do you do with all the candles after you light them?
I burn them.
Oh, you do. Oh,
I burn them.
I just pictured you with 25,000 candles in your house.
Well, that's absolutely right. I sometimes do. But what I do often when I burn them, like just yesterday, I burned one for a dear friend of mine whose mom died. And so when I go to her viewing, I will give her the candle. It's half burned, but then she can continue to burn it for her mommy.
Great. Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for me, it's just my way of grounding and my way of bringing in the light, virtually and actually.
Fantastic. Thank you for doing that for us.
Absolutely. I love to do it. It's one of my spiritual practices, making the origami hearts and doing the candles, putting them on the candles. It is so healing for me because it gives me a grounding. It gives me an object,
Good.
and
So
that's very
much.
helpful. Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, I'm just excited about what we have coming up on our speakers series. We have some incredible people that are going to be speaking about the spiritual journey of LGBTQ awareness. And it's going to be fantastic. We have our minister, Amanda, and we have wonderful Daniel Canales. I don't know if any of you remember him. He spoke once at CCL. for Dottie. He's a person I've worked with in the AIDS epidemic and pandemic for many years. He's going to be there, Gabrielle Antolovich and Trisha Cokes. And so these are all people with special, conditions and challenges that have made their spiritual journey even more powerful and profound. And so I invite you, please come, because we'll be doing an hour of talking. They'll share their experiences, and then we'll be doing an hour of discussion.
And that's this coming Tuesday?
That's this coming Tuesday. Yes, ma'am.
At 7 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 to 8.
Oh, I'm
6
happy
to 8.
late.
Yeah. 6 to 8.
Okay.
6 to 8 p.m.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of sharing, anybody else have anything else they'd like to share?
So
Yes,
I
John.
would like to just share that I'm going to the symphony today. And some time ago in my meditation, I got a message to listen to music at least 1 hour a day to just be calm. No matter what kind of music it is, just music that you love. And if it's hip hop or rock or guitar or John Denver, whatever it is, just listen to it for 1 hour a day, and it will help calm you and keep me in a good frame of mind. So I don't always practice that, but I have done it a lot, and it's really been helpful. And I often listen to KCSM, which is the jazz station, and they have some delightful music. And I have old CDs, and I got a CD player. And, it just brings back good memories for me when I play those CDs. So I would encourage you to become music conscious as we go through this transition that we're going through nationally. Because it is a big transition that we're going through. How do we stay calm in this transition time? Well, 1 hour of music a day is one way of doing that. This worked for me.
Good. Well, thank you.
Mel has
Second
his,
it, music forever.
Mel has his hand up.
And so does Annie.
Oops. What do I do?
Okay, there's Mel.
Hi.
Hi, Mel.
Mel?
I got a couple of, I guess, prayer requests. So my friend Angela Mole, she fell a couple days ago and broke her foot,
Oh, no.
the
Man.
5th metatarsal in her foot. And so prayers for her. And sorry, Sean. And Andrew Ardanis. I don't know if anybody's heard, but he's had some GI problems, and they finally found he has stage 4 colon cancer.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. So we really need prayers for him.
jeez. I know. Mm-hmm.
And how's Patty doing?
Patty's doing okay. She's got COVID.
Oh, no.
She's confined to quarters at the moment and not happy about it, but she's doing okay. She's moving along or going along normally. She just can't get out, and she's very social, so that's not really good for her. She's a little depressed, but she's okay.
Yeah, what hospital is she at?
She's still in her place at Pacific Gardens
Pacific
in
Garden.
Santa Clara. Yeah.
We can send her a get well card.
Okay. Yeah, she's in room 103, Pacific Gardens.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Annie.
Good morning. Well, I am also asking for some prayers, please. All you weather workers out there, can you please send some cooling weather, please, to Coburg, Oregon? At 3 o'clock this afternoon, my Coburg Community Choir is singing a concert, and we don't have air conditioning in there.
Oh, no.
It's very, very crowded, and it's supposed to be close to 99 degrees today. So, and this is my third day after my chemo treatment, and so I'm usually not in my most strength. So I would appreciate more strength, more energy, the ability to stay throughout the concert, and a little bit of cooling energy, a little bit of cooling air, please, please. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Pray for a cool day there. Yes, we shall.
And pray for energy for you, Annie, you know, as you do this incredibly wonderful gift that you have and you give it to the world. You know, your music. You are the embodiment of a person who loves music and who does music. And
Joan speaks about listening. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Janet. It's for me, it's the singing. I mean, when I sing, it really helps, and I would be sorely disappointed if I couldn't stand and sing today. So I will be up on that stage being brave.
We're going to send you brave energy and strength.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, are you ready to sing us a song and do us a prayer?
Let's see what happens, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Reverend Janet Childs.
Just don't call me late for dinner. I love to eat. And I just want to invite each and every one of you to be here now. There was a wonderful man, Ram Dass, that I had the privilege of working with for a short period of time. And he wrote a book called Be Here Now. And it talks about the power of presence and how when we bring our whole presence, we can actually create a healing paradigm that reaches across everyone that we touch and everyone that we are in contact with. So I'm just going to invite you to take a breath and be here now. Just know that as we are here and as we bring our energy to here and now, that we are in this moment. And each and every moment that we are here, we bring our presence to the world. I'm gonna be here now. Gonna bring all myself to this moment and share it with everybody else. I'm gonna be here now. Bring it in on home. I'm gonna be here now. I know I'm not alone. I'm gonna be here now. Be here now. Oh, I'm gonna be here now. My feet upon the ground. I'm gonna be here now. Singing my song. I'm gonna be here now. Let the negativity go. I'm gonna be here now. And singing on my soul. And all that I know and all that I give is gonna bring me back to this beautiful earth that I live on. I'm gonna be here now. Oh, ooh, every moment of every day. This is what I'm gonna say. If I bring all of me to the world I'm trying to heal and soothe, I'm gonna be here now. On the ground, I'm gonna be here now. With my feet holding me down, and I'm grounding to be here now. And every moment remind myself that I am enough and I am shining. So be here now with your feet on the ground. I said be here now. We're gonna let our light shine and be here now. Be here now. Oh, every moment of every day, I know I've got the message I need to stay. Need to let go of all of the trauma and pain and be my light self, shining again. And oh, no one's gonna stop me because I'm me, and no one's going to curb my light, you see, because I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here now. Be here now. Oh, my friends, will create a circle of strength and love, and we'll be here now, together, holding the world. We'll be here now, and we'll let the world know that it's gentleness that brings us here. Shining our light, we can be here. Shining our light, we can be here now.
Oh, thank you so very much. That's a wonderful song.
Nice song.
Yes.
That might be my favorite one you've ever done.
Me too.
That is great.
I loved it, Janet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Now, do you want to do a prayer, or do you want me to do the prayer?
Why don't you do the prayer, Ms. Dottie, because you're just shining right now.
Oh, good. I love it. Okay, well, y'all just close your eyes if that's the way you're comfortable, or keep your eyes open, however you feel at peace with yourself. And just take a nice deep breath. And Creator, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with us. We enjoy having you here. We enjoy having everybody who decides to tune in to us this morning or decides to come here, because each one of you is perfect. Each one of you is wonderful. Each one of you is a glorious human being. And anytime you feel yourself not so glorious, stop a minute and just think, I am perfect the way I am. And let that go through you. Let that sense of your perfection work within you so that you can see yourself in all the mighty you are. And let's all bless the Creator for being here at this time for us. And so it is.
so it's
So it is.
So thank you so much for being here. Okay, anybody have anything they want to say before I start my talk?
No, go for it, Dottie.
I just would invite us to honor some birthdays that are happening.
Oh,
Oh,
Sean,
yes, yes.
So
Yesterday is Joyce C's birthday, or Reverend
Yay.
Joyce C. And Sean's birthday is today.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah, all right, we're going to do it.
Does anybody else have a birthday?
What?
And when is yours, Janet?
Mine's the 11th, this coming week.
Okay,
All
okay.
right, so you count two.
Anybody else's
Okay.
birthday?
Are we ready?
Let's do it.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Yay! Woo!
Look at all these people getting older. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully smarter
Okay.
and wiser, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Especially talking
That would be nice, smarter and wiser.
That could happen, Ruth.
Maybe.
What did you say, Ruth?
I said, and maybe hopefully smarter and wiser.
Well,
Maybe,
of course
hopefully.
we're getting smarter and wiser
Yeah,
every
well,
day.
that would be nice. Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about releasing negative thoughts. I don't know how many of you have read Abraham, as channeled by Jerry and Esther Hicks, but there is some fantastic advice Abraham states. If you have the ability to imagine it or even to think about it, this universe has the ability and the resources to deliver it fully into you. Think of that. All you have to do is imagine it or even to think about it. And this universe will give it to you. So to get out of the negativity, all you have to do is know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you'll be unable to block the negative things that are bouncing into your life. Think about that. If you know what positive things you want, that's what you're going to achieve. But if you just think, oh no, life's awful, the government's awful, everything's awful, what are you going to achieve in your life? Negativity. So turn these thoughts around and start thinking about things that are positive. I recently saw a YouTube video showing babies taking their first taste of a lemon. It was hilarious. And each baby reacted much in the same way. They grimaced, closed one eye, threw their hands back, and blinked rapidly. The consistency was amazing, and we are all like that. We experience things that we'll carry as a head thrown back, blinking moment for the rest of our lives. And some of us never repeat the experience, thus refusing to eat lemon meringue pie or even think of a lemon slice in our iced tea.
Well, take their pick.
We just say, okay, I'm not going to do that. Don't do that. Because if you start doing that, you're going to find that you have more and more things you don't want to do anymore. More and more people you don't want to meet. Things you just don't want to experience. So it is. Through our life experience, our preferences are born. And these show up every day at many levels of your being. And according to Abraham, even the cells of your well-tended body are having their own experience and are emanating their own preferences. And every preference is recognized by Source and immediately answered with no exceptions. Think about that. Anything you want, anything you want to have happen, can happen. But how many of you are lately just thinking about negativity? Stop it. When you have a negative thought, think of a way you can change it. Through our experiences, we gain our perspective of life and the lack of it. Many refuse to love again because of having been hurt, or won't take a certain path, a new job, or even taste a new food. Think of that. Have you decided you're never going to love again? Have you decided you're never going to get another job? Have you decided that you're not going to eat another new food? There's things that we make decisions about that we hold on to for the rest of our lives. Start changing those decisions. Through our experience, we gain our perspective of life and the lack of it. Many refuse to love again because of having been hurt or won't take a certain path, a new job, or even taste a new food. So think about that. I know I want a world without so many unwanted things. But this is an expanding universe. And all things, even lousy traffic, flea infestations, falling sealies, and nuclear weapons must be allowed. To understand and experience what you desire, you must understand what you don't want. And in order to be able to choose and focus, both must be present and understood. What you don't want and what you do want. As Abraham says, every physical being on your planet is your partner in co-creation. If you would accept that and appreciate the diversity of beliefs and desires, all of you would have more experiences, more expansive, more satisfying and fulfilling experiences. If you're bored, look out. There's so much out there to think about. There's so many different things you can think about. Look at Janet. Every Sunday she sings a new song. She's experiencing life. She's just not sitting watching it. She's experiencing it, and experiencing it in a positive way. She works constantly helping people that are going through trauma, helping people that are going through heartache. But she doesn't keep herself in that position of being low. She helps them and then brings herself back up to help the next person. Think about doing that. As you pay attention to the way you feel and continue to choose good feeling thoughts, you stay aligned. Source responds to the desire and is never an ending, always flowing, pure, positive energy expansion. Think about that. It is a never ending, always flowing, pure, positive energy expansion. When you stay aligned, you always win. And somebody else does not have to lose for you to win. You don't have to look at other people to lose so you can win in life. That is always enough. So stop worrying about when, where, and how things are going to happen. You are a child of the universe. Experience all there is, and it's a time to put out your affirmations and we request for what is already there. At CCL, we speak about all religions and faith because what is centered around the Creator can only be positive. So when you think about life, when you think about love, when you think about religion, just think of the positives. Don't let the negatives come and keep tearing you down. However, I have found that nothing can stir emotions more quickly than a conversation about religion. And even when I state up front that I believe their religion is good for them, by design, one's religious beliefs speak to the very nature of who one is and why one is. I believe their religion is good for them, but by design, one's religious beliefs speak to the very nature of who one is and why one is. We have people that come to church, that come to Zoom, that aren't too sure about CCL or UCM, but they're interested. Many times a person's faith governs everything about a person's life. Who they associate with, how they spend their money, how they spend their time, who they marry, what career they choose, how many children they have, and even how they vote, because their personal spiritual life spills over into the public spectrum, such as with voting. We can run into problems when openly coming in contact with someone of a different faith. There are at least 5 ways we can diffuse the fights and stereotypes that may come when differing faiths collide. Number 1, research other religions. The more you know about other religions, the more easily you can shed the misconceptions you may have ingested. Even if there's a policy in a faith you don't understand but don't like, it's to your benefit to find out why they believe in that policy or practice. The point of researching is not to convert to another faith, or to agree with everything you find. The goal is simply understand the people better. The more I learn about other faiths and religious practices, the better I understand my own desire to respect them all. Look into other religions. Find out about other religions. The more you understand, the more you understand yourself. Once I can see the humanity in another faith, the easier it is to see myself in them, and even aspects of my own belief as a multi-faith pastor. Visit other places of worship. Don't worry, you aren't taking away from your Sunday at CCL, you're adding to it. No matter the faith, observing the way people seek to connect with Creator can be breathtakingly beautiful. The words, the rituals, and the music. This is the heart of the faith. If you have a friend who is a member of a different church faith, ask if you may accompany them to. Sure, you will not inadvertently do anything disrespectful during your visit. See if there are other activities that members of that faith participate in, and you may join, whether it be collective holiday meals or faith-based outings. And speak with members of other faiths. To avoid being offensive, ask if they are comfortable sharing with you about their faith. Ask questions and listen. Do not try to convert them or share your own spiritual ideas unless they specifically ask you. This way, they will know that your interest in their faith is genuine and will be more likely to open up and answer questions. How did you come to what you believe? And what do you love the most about your faith? Are great questions to help understand not only the religion, but the people behind them. Dialogue with spiritual leaders or go on the internet. What does the other faith mean in the context of your own? Spiritual readers and sometimes the internet can help lead you toward the answers to many of the questions you have about other faiths. Understand the expansive Creator. Most all religions acknowledge the infinity of Creator, whether it exists in one or many forms. There will be many people in our lives who will not believe as we believe, even within our own faith. But this is no reason to get bent out of shape. Tolerance in America means understanding. The Creator is bigger than someone's disbelief in your Creator. Think of that. Tolerance in America means understanding that the Creator is bigger than someone's disbelief in your Creator. Watching the CCL Church on Zoom and enjoying the uplifting, encouraging spiritual messages they deliver. I'll bet you can easily come up with many things every single day that you're grateful for. Try it. You will be amazed at how much more excited you will become. Your life is full of good things. As Reverend Jones always says, good things are happening. You just need to open your heart a bit to see them. If all else fails, plan a trip to a place you've always wanted to visit. Think of appreciating other faiths. Think of appreciating yourself. Think of appreciating what other people have been through. Speak with members of another faith so you can release the negative thoughts by you. You releasing your negative thoughts is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. You don't have to think negative things about other people. You can just ignore them if they bother you, or you can turn your back and walk away, but don't try and tell them how to live their lives. What that does is it makes them upset at you. It makes them wonder where you're coming from, why you're so angry, so mean, so mad, so upset. Realize that you don't have to judge anybody. You might meet somebody you don't like, then you don't have to completely get into a relationship with them. You can turn around and walk away. But don't make other people wrong. We have this whole thing going on right now about politics. People, every person you talk to has a theory about what should be done politically. That's fine as long as there's positiveness in it. It's the people who get into a negative place about what's happening. Think about how you can change your mind about it. Some things, people are doing things because they don't know why, but they just feel they should. Now, those are the people you can talk to and say, oh, why are you doing that? Don't make them wrong, just ask them why. Because you're going to find out that there's people doing beautiful things on this planet. It just feels like right now everybody, including your next door neighbor, is doing negative things. Where you have to start by releasing the negative thoughts. Not sitting there thinking, well, they shouldn't be doing this and they shouldn't be doing that. Think of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. That's the most important thing in this life, is you judging yourself. And keep yourself in a positive way. Release the negative thoughts. Now, I'm sure many of you have negative thoughts that you want to share. What I'm going to do is ask that you do the opposite today. I'd like everybody to share a positive thought. Okay,
Okay,
Ruth.
so ever since you talked about, having negative thoughts about food and not trying new things, I kept thinking about this boy, Torin Wolf. He makes videos. He's an autistic boy. He's like 17, has permission with his parents and everything. And he has, I don't know where my phone is. Oh, there it is. He has this food disorder, and it's called avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. However, what he'll do, what he and his mom will do is post videos of him trying something, and it'll only be like the size of a quarter, and he'll try something new, and he'll describe how it feels and how it tastes, and on a scale of 1 to 10, will he ever eat it again? Very often, it's on the lower end of the scale, like, no, he ain't gonna eat it again. But the fact is that they've taken this disorder and made it into such a positive thing. Like, we're gonna try this tiny little bit, we're gonna talk about it, and there's no judgment about your opinion on it. And it's just so nice. So it just made me think about how some people have different, mental health disorders or other things going on, that there's a way to do something about it to make it experimental and a little bit more fun without judgment. And it's
Perfect.
delightful.
Thank you for sharing that. That is great.
I'm trying to get to you, Joan.
So during this period that I'm calling a transition period, the political transition period,
That's such a nice way to put it.
I got so upset about the news that I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I've been binging on mystery novels.
Yay!
I have not read a mystery novel in probably 30 years, but I've probably read 12 mystery novels in the last couple of months. And I'm here to tell you, the good guys always win.
Yay! Every
So
week.
I'm excited to know that the good guys are going to win again.
Good.
And that's what I'm focusing on. And I don't know I never know who the good guys are. I'm kind of dumb at mystery novels. I never truly figure them out. But the good guys win, and I don't always know who the good guys are. So,
It continues to be a mystery all the way to the end. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
And the interesting thing is I listen to it in bed on Audible, and I go to sleep, and then I have to back up and re-listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So those novels last a long time.
Yes, they do. I have the same. Yeah, we've been doing J.D. Robb with Dallas. Anyway, it's in the future in New York, and and she always gets her man or woman, depending on.
Yeah, the good people win, right?
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
There is a person I like. I call him the wise Bulgarian. His name is Omran Mikhail Ivanov.
And you call him the what?
Wise Bulgarian.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's easier than Omran Mikhail Ivanov. So, but he said, and it's like one of his daily readings, we don't see this, but in the long run, good triumphs over evil, but in a particular manner. The way good triumphs over evil is that people see someone doing something good and they join them.
Yes.
And that was just so heartwarming when I read it, right?
That's right.
And so the positive thing I was going to share was I was out hiking yesterday with one of my friends, and I've been working on my ministry of butterflies and birds and connecting with all of life and losing the we're separate from nature thing. And we had so many things where like the birds would fly from bush to bush and follow us along, or they'd stop on a fence post and fly closer to us, or we'd have one fly close to us. And I was helping my friend to notice that things were different because she's attended our Thanksgiving where we do the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address. We've done it for years now. And she comes. And so she started to notice that the animals are responding differently to us than they used to. So I just thought that it was really nice because it's sort of natural, and I was just helping her notice.
Right.
Notice that it's different now.
Great. Great. Anybody else like to say anything about this?
I would.
Yes, Joyce.
First of all, hello, everyone.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
I want you to know that whenever Dottie comes up with something like this, it makes me go, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I go all the way back to my childhood because I had a messenger in my childhood named Daddy. And he had the most amazing ways of handling difficult situations, or if I wanted to do something I wasn't supposed to be doing, or trying to do something that may hurt me, if I wasn't big enough to do it, that kind of stuff. He would say, well then, Joyce C., well then. And what happens when he would say that is I would stop and think about what it was I was trying to do. And then I would realize that I could not do that. I wasn't big enough. I wasn't strong enough, that kind of thing. But his way of helping you to think wasn't because he used a lot of words and, and giving you the teaching. He would just simply say to me, well then, Joyce C., well then. That always told me to think about what I was thinking about doing because I wanted to impress my daddy, that I was a big girl. And he would do those few words. And I still do those words to myself.
Good.
Yeah, I do. They work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
great.
I've wanted to tell a few people where to go. And and then who do I hear? Daddy telling me, well then, Joyce C., well then. And I calm down, I get focused, I send apologies. I ask to be forgiven for my misguidedness, and I feel better. Everything happens within minutes. This is not hours or years. This is minutes. It's done.
Wonderful.
So I just wanted to share that.
Great.
Mhm.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to share along this line?
Good things do happen.
What?
Good things do happen.
Good things do
I
happen.
mean, you can choose to focus on the things that are good, or the things that are bothering you, the things that are negative, the things that are bad.
Right.
And I personally prefer to focus on the good things because I'd rather be happy than anything else.
It's a good idea.
It reminds me of Mr. Rogers saying, look for the helpers.
Yes.
Isn't that part of your hypnotherapy
Yes,
therapy?
yes, yes. Yes, it is. It's what you think about is what you'll become.
Okay, Steve.
There him is. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
Awesome.
I was, I'll go into another room. So I just took a Band-Aid off, and Dottie was thinking about positivity, and I just took a Band-Aid off, so I can't show it to you. But my husband got these wonderful Band-Aids, speaking of positivity, and you can find them. And look at this one. See that color?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Is that
And
your
look at this
color?
one.
No, I don't
See
think
that color?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Look at this one. See that color?
Yes, great.
You
Right?
got
You're
a
gonna get hurt.
rainbow.
Have fun with it.
These bandages come in different colors and patterns. And the other day I touched something that I shouldn't have. I came into my house and I was bleeding. And so I had this decoration until I took it off. So you got to have your bandages, but they don't have to be horrible.
Oh, great. That's a
Great.
good lesson.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
And yes, Eileen.
Eileen, hi.
Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, hi.
Hi. I do three things when I start to get negative with the news. Always movement, right? Go for a walk, do the qigong, of course, and also then meditate. And source always gives me some inspiration. And then you get what you focus your attention on, and then suddenly I find news that is more uplifting, actually, or us pushing back and it's working. So those three things help. But it depends on my focus. If I look for the negative, I will find it. If I look for the positive, I will find it too.
Yes, that's one of the basic things. That's what you should do.
And so I'm always 100% right.
Positive, yes.
I'm always 100% right, right? So movement, meditation, and refocus helps me.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you for sharing that.
Can I also announce that I'm having a 5-day Qigong retreat on the 19th to the 23rd? So I put the link in the chat if anyone's interested.
Oh, good, thank you. I'll put it on the CCL Insights.
Yes.
Thank you.
You always find what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Always.
You're as powerful as, you're that powerful.
Yeah, so you need to look for happiness, for calm, peacefulness. You know, I made a resolution years ago to get up and be happy every single day.
Wonderful.
And
That's a resolution I think everybody should try that's here today. Wake up in a positive mood. Wake up, yes, that's good. And you wake up in a positive mood. And so that keeps you on a positive path in life.
That's right. And it has served me very well, especially when Earl was sick. For 8 years he was sick and had various difficulties, but I still woke up happy every day.
Good for you.
And that works.
Okay, Mel, you had something to say.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of times when something negative happens, somebody cuts me off in traffic, somebody does something I don't like. Sometimes, of course, I react negatively and yell and scream, and what I usually do is remember what one of my favorite prophets says, and just say, well, that was interesting, or that's interesting.
Right.
And, try to look at something positive about what happened. Did I learn that I shouldn't react? Did I learn something from the situation?
Good for you. How many of you do that? How many of you change it? If you're thinking something negative, you can change it to something positive. You'll find that it helps your health. It helps your mind. It helps every part of your body if you can think positive things.
Sometimes I'm too much in a very salty, negative mood to go all the way to positive, but I can manage to get to just neutral. And
that's what I would say.
Like, Corky and I, we vibe. Because neutral is so much better than negative, right?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Katie wants to speak.
Katie.
But I had one more thing to say.
Okay.
One of the things I try to remember is, it's kind of a slogan I came up with a while back. WWDD. What would Dottie do?
Dottie do. That's right.
He even had
T-shirts
made that said, what would Dottie do on them. Thank you again, Mel. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Katie Rose, hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I love that because my brothers and sisters and we say that about the woman who raised us. Her name is Sharon, and we say WWSD. What would Sharon do? So thank you
Oh,
for that.
wonderful.
Yeah. One of the things, and I'm not sure who just shared because I couldn't see her, but about neutral reminded me of something that I'm practicing.
That's Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. Yeah. That just reminded me because it is difficult sometimes to get from that lower vibration to, such a higher vibration just so quickly. And so one thing I've noticed with myself is that I've spent the majority of my life trying to combat and fight all of these negative things and people that are coming into my world. And so now what I'm practicing is just moving out of the way. And yeah, and it was something that my acupuncturist said to me. It was like, yeah, sometimes I just move out of the way. And so that's just something that I repeat in my head. And when it comes to politics, I certainly just move out of the way these days. So I thought I would just share that.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Stephen, you are gone. You're back without your Band-Aid.
Yeah, I'm without the Band-Aid. Something Mel said reminded me of something that Dottie said last week, I think it was, which was something I've always pretty much done. I've discovered that when I would worry, and get into this loop, and I just couldn't get out of it, and we're sometimes that way with negativity. We just can't get out of it. What we can do is we can postpone that negativity. But I said, I'm not going to worry about this for at least 10 minutes. I couldn't not worry, but I could stop worrying for 10 minutes. And then, then I'd go for another 15 minutes and not be so bad. Then after all, I go, okay, it's time to worry. And I couldn't remember why I was worried anymore. We can do that with our negativity. If we just can't be positive, we can at least not be so awful and say, I won't be awful for another 10 minutes. I won't scream and run anybody off the road until I get home.
Well, right now, instead of being awful, we're going to be passing the basket. So, if we want to take you down a path called helping people with what we do with the money that we receive here. We have quite a few people that we're helping make payments, people that are helping with automobiles, helping people with rent, and that's what we do here at CCL is we help people.
And you can donate on PayPal, and you can do Zelle.
We have Zelle now.
Yes, we have Zelle.
Just use Dottie's phone number, 408-220-5780, and then that's a new thing we're doing.
And remember that
I love using Zelle.
Remember that regular giving creates regular receiving. So every time you set up a donation to help the church, it's helping you increase your flow of financial prosperity.
Thank you.
Thank you for these gifts today. As we go forward in this week, we give blessings for Dottie and her talk, for Corky running the Zoom, and for Ruth and Songbird.
And Ray.
And Ray is here today also. So blessings to this community and all of you that are out there as we go forward into a new week in this transition period, remembering to look for the good, search for happiness, and listen to music, and just remember that good things happen regularly. And so it is.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. And Janet, what are you going to talk about next week?
She's talking?
Aren't you talking next week?
No, Dottie Boon is talking.
Oh.
You're talking about Father's Day.
Dottie Boon's going to talk about Father's Day. Then Janet's going to talk about something the next week, right?
No. Dottie, she's not on the schedule at all, in fact.
Oh my gosh.
We might Well, okay, so this
The
coming.
week after Father's Day, I won't be here because I'll be running the CCL table at the psychic fair.
That's right. We have the psychic fair coming up on June 22nd,
Right.
and it starts at
11.
11. So
But
that
setup starts at 10, so I
people
can
will be
be here.
setting up at 10 o'clock. And I thought I would show up to support Joan. She's going to be speaking, and so I can't be there, very long because Dottie can't get in. So 2 o'clock, I'm going to be there to listen to Joan and then say howdy.
Thank you, and I want you all to remember to bring your lucky stories. Stories of luck.
I've got so many. I've been so lucky in my life. Okay, so we need to get the count. Okay, so Annie's she's waving her hand. Okay.
I was applauding.
Oh.
And I'm thanking you all.
I saw
Thanking you all
little.
for today's blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
Go
all
forth
so
with
much.
our protection and healing, my dear.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay, does anybody have anything else to say? So speaking of, the 29th is going to be Farima. She's going to be she's written a book, and so she's going to be talking about history and mystery of Iranian sacred dance, music, and rituals. And I'm looking forward to that for sure. And then Tuesday is going to be the UCM speaker series. And then Ruth is doing some classes.
Oh, yes. Reiki classes on the last 3 Fridays, so starting next week for Reiki on Zoom, starting at 12:30 to 5:30. And then also tarot classes on Mondays from 9:30 in the morning to noon.
So at the CCL Insight, you have the link to the
Right, yeah.
Eventbrite.
Yeah, the whole list.
And then
Scholarships, of course, are available. I don't want anyone to feel left out over money.
thank you. So, and on the CCL Insights, Joan has done a book report on the power of subconscious mind. Very powerful stuff. I mean, I read that book probably 50 years ago, but it just, I read that and I just like, I want to talk about that, about the power of your mind, because it's a subconscious mind. It's all that hypnosis stuff and all that. I mean, you're always hypnotizing yourself. So whether you might as well do it for something that's good. So, or to help yourself rather than talk about how bad you are all the time. Just change it and say, I do good things. I think good thoughts. I just have to do it a little more often, I guess.
I want to thank you all for being here today, thinking about listening to how you can change negative thoughts. And think about it. Think about when you think, oh, they're no good. Stop and say, they're as good as they can be. When you think, oh, they're awful, stop it and say, I'm trying to appreciate who they are. Don't keep judging people. It puts them in a bad place, and it makes you feel less than loving towards your friendly neighbors, your relatives you have. I'm stumbling over the word relatives, I don't know why. But
that makes sense to me, though.
Start changing your mind about people, and if you don't like them, say, I don't understand them. Not I don't like them. Say, I don't understand them. That's a big way to change the way you feel about people. Thank you so very much for being here this morning. We really appreciate you. For those that are here, we've got goodies out in the kitchen. For those of you who are living at home, you're going to have to get your own goodies. Okay? Thank you so very much for being here. Bye now.
Thank you, everyone.
Good day.
Love you.
Bye. Have a nice fun.
See you next
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a blessed day.